Alright, let's do this. Oh, hello viewers. Another beautiful day or night. Hope your five senses work, health and strength is good or excellent. Alright, what do we got here? Microsoft explained TPM benefits and why it makes Windows 11 better than Windows 10. Says here, it is not surprising to anyone that Microsoft wants Windows 10 users to upgrade to Windows 11. It even suggests that those who are unable to upgrade due to ineligible hardware dump their PCs and get a new one with Windows 11. Although that is hardly something the environment will appreciate, especially if you use an SSD over an HDD. As Windows 10 end of support date approaches, most people will be looking to make the jump, and Microsoft is also looking forward to that. The TPM 2.0 is one of the system requirements for Windows 11, and Microsoft has explained why that is and how it helped makes Windows 11 a better OS than Windows 10. The company has highlighted the advantage under the following headers in a recent blog post that it published. They have been put forth in simple words so that most users can understand them. And it says here, protect your data. TPM can encrypt your data, making it difficult for hackers to access sensitive information. This is especially critical for things like personal details, financial data, and credential files. Ensure trusted software. TPM verifies the integrity of your system software and firmware. This feature is called Secure Boot. Help stop malicious software from launching during startup. Guard against physical tampering. If someone tries to physically tamper with your device hardware, TPM can detect changes and prevent your system from booting, keeping your device secure from physical attacks. Support advanced security features. Many of Windows 11 most powerful security features rely on TPM. These tools help keep your data safe even if your device is lost or stolen. Ironically, despite boasting about the security side of Windows 11, Microsoft recently deprecated a VBS feature on Windows 11 version 23H2, 22H2, and 21H2. Following that, Microsoft also mentioned the other benefits of Windows 11 aside from security aspect. It writes, stronger security. With TPM, Windows 11 ensures the integrity of your software and that your data stays encrypted. This is vital in today's world where cyber threats are more sophisticated than ever. Better user experience. Along with security, Windows 11 brings a host of new features designed to improve performance and stability. The updated interface, better compatibility, and overall smoother experience make it a worthwhile upgrade. Ready for the future? Upgrade to Windows 11. Ensure that your system is ready for future updates and security features. And it says Microsoft list improved performance as one of the points. Although this is certainly debatable, you can find a blog post here on Microsoft website. See, I try to tell you, you need two computers, one running Windows 10 and the other running Windows 11. Remember? Yeah. Now let me see what these politicians and debaters are yapping about. You got 14 comments. Let's see what they yapping about here. Or squawking about. Leon said this, very nice Microsoft, but the problem is that most home users don't need anything of that. All that you've told there is interesting and important to enterprise and government sectors, not to home users. You're preaching to the wrong audience. You're selling a product that the home user audience isn't interested in. Sure, it is nice to have if you happen to buy a new computer, but it isn't a compelling reason to jump your current hardware and buy new ones. And let's not forget that all those security features come at the cost of performance. Another thing that many people do care about. People care about their computers being snappy more than them being encrypted and tamper resistant. IMO. Yeah. And then Wigan said this, The average user reads that and think, I don't care I don't care about any of that. I just want to buy a new computer to use Windows 11. And then Restore said this: improve performance. My LOL, selling it Microsoft. If you would actually stop adding BS, adding features and actually fixing the bug first, maybe users will actually want to upgrade to Windows 11. Okay, then Wagon says this: we will also enable BitLockers by default. Then, when something goes goofy, we will lock you out of all your data until you find your decryption key, which hopefully got back up in your Microsoft. Otherwise, all your information is gone. Okay, that was a cat. That was a cat. I heard something and I was about to get up, but that was a cat. Anyway, and then Snake89 said this: the joke is on Microsoft thinking about that smart people keep important information on their desktop/laptop in the first place. This type of information should always be stored on an external hard drive or NAS, or maybe even in the cloud if you trust that, making this type of security pretty useless. And then Adrenaline said this: he said, that doesn't sound very smart. I'm all for backups and security, but none of those suggestions are more secure, and one is far less secure. And then who is this? Zeke said this. What he said? My parents would like to have a discussion with you and remind you that they don't care. The link in email will be clicked 100 times over. Microsoft is not targeting the audience of NeoWin.net. They are targeting the IDGAF crowd, which happens to never click on NeoWin.net. Anyway, okay. And then who was this? Leon said this. Leon put some smiley face and started laughing. And then Redfish said this: it's smart to keep your important files off your computer, just in case the computer fails. It's not about security. I think few home users are worried about hackers taking their personal documents away. And then Redfish says, I keep my files on an external drive and on the cloud, but I assume your browser is going to store some information that can be misused if you have a laptop and it's stolen. And who else is this? And then Adrenaline comes back. He says, this article is about security, but I do agree with you in the form of multiple backups. Keeping it on the computer is fine as long as there are proper backups. I know I am certainly not carrying around external drives with my laptop. That's just silly. You know why we keep external drives? Because disasters do happen, you know. I'm just saying. And then Yona said this: that blog post could have done so much more. And then Binary says, Binary said this: you need to find a new topic to write about. And then C Prime said this: don't dispose of working SSDs. What a waste. Those can be wiped and reused in an external enclosure to make backup if nowhere else. Good point. And that is that. So those are the comments from the debaters, the politicians, and the chatterbox. So yeah, but when it comes to your computer though, you do want to keep a backup hard drive of all your information, you know, your personal information. You just want to keep them in a hard drive with an enclosure, a good solid enclosure, and keep all your personal information, you know, back that up, you know, and then keep your computer just with the basic stuff that it comes with, you know. So yeah, always do that. That's why you always back up your information, just in case if your computer goes. I mean, you drop your computer or you spill some juice on it, or you break the screen, or let's see, you know, you probably sat on it, or somebody stole it. You always want to do that. So you always want to keep a backup of all your personal data in on an external hard drive, man. You always want to do that, you know. You know, your house might have a natural disaster, and then boom, you know, your computer is damaged. You know, but you didn't back it up. So yeah, there's that too, you know. So always want to keep an external hard drive with your you know, with your information backed up. Now, when it comes to Windows 10 and Windows 11, I tried to warn you guys days and weeks, months now, even years now, that you need to have two computers with you, one running Windows 10 and one running Windows 11. So when they're making all these changes, you know, you're on top of things. You know, yeah. I always tell you guys this. You know, the same applies for Apple. The same applies to Linux. Always gotta have two computers, man. You know, one of the main reasons to you keep two computers, because disasters happen. You know, you might have one computer and then it goes out. Okay, where's your next one? Where's your next one? Where's your next computer? Where is it? Just saying. So you always keep two computers just because things happen. You know, your computer you might have one computer and then it goes out on you. Now what? Then you got to try to go get it fixed. You got to go buy parts and stuff like that. Yeah, got to do all that. So you always want to keep two computers around, man. When it comes to this IT, when it comes to these operating systems, disasters do happen, man. So yeah. But other than that, man, this is Microsoft keeping up with the times and the threats, you know, of the cyber attackers. You know, that's why they brought the TPM support. So it's nothing personal against you. It's nothing against you. They're just trying to stay ahead of the cyber of the hackers and cyber attackers on the internet. So don't make it personal. You know, you just got to change with the times. You know. So yeah. Of course, there are people in the comments who are saying that most home users might not pay attention to it, but there's a flip side to that, because most home users need to keep a backup of all the information that they have. They need to. Things happen, man. So yeah, I mean, if you got a laptop, man, you got to keep a backup of everything. You know, you got to keep a backup of everything. You know, if someone decides to steal it from you, you know, or if you leave your laptop in your vehicle, and somebody will crack the window and then get it, then it's all on you. You know, so you always want to keep a backup of stuff when deal with Windows, Linux, or Apple. You know, it's a safety issue. But other than that, man, you guys are good though. News, deals, games, update, the usual. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Nice talking to you people again. Chris, still a Star Wars Star Trek thing. Dark Side. Go. Peace.